Hiya! Welcome to Ginger's Powder. Let's make this dinner together. White rice and corned beef is an easy meal, enjoyed in many different Caribbean households, and we can't forget the fried plantain to top it off. Keep watching, I'm gonna show you how I make it. Let's start by chopping. I'm dicing half of an onion, as well as a green onion. Clean your seasoning peppers. Some people like to leave in the seeds, but I take mine out. Now I'm gonna chop my clean seasoning peppers. Chopping some parsley. I also added 1 clove of garlic that I'm gonna grate. And what I'm trying to do is make sure that everything is the same size so that they cook evenly. And as always, feel free to add any other herbs that you may have. These are the ones that I used. Moving on to my plantains, I'm cutting the top and the bottom off. Then I'm taking the pointed part of my knife to score the plantain skin ever so slightly from top to bottom. And this is how I remove my plantain skin. So this is my technique to get the plantain cut in the shape that I want and that I like. As always, I save my plantain skin instead of using paper towel. Moving on to my rice, I'm turning my heat on high and I'm adding about 3 tablespoons of oil, vegetable oil, to my pot. Now that my oil is hot, I'm gonna add a little bit of each seasoning that I chopped up previously. We're gonna add such a nice fragrance to our rice. So we're gonna stir it up, make sure nothing burns. I'm adding a teaspoon of my salt, my pink salters. Do you have that at your house? And just because I like the contrast between the spinach and the white rice, I'm gonna add some chopped spinach to my rice. It ain't gonna hurt nobody, so add your spinach if you want to, or leave it out. It's gonna be good anyhow. And because I use some chopped frozen spinach, I need to leave it cook down a little in the oil. I'm going to use 2 cups of basmati rice, washed basmati rice. Keep it moving, guys. We are on high heat. While combining the rice and the spinach together, I noticed that it was a bit dry, so I added an extra teaspoon of oil and I'm mixing it in. I'm getting my water ready and I'm going to add 3 cups of water for 2 cups of rice. Mix everything in, then taste for seasoning. And if it doesn't have any salt, adjust the seasoning like I did. It didn't have no taste. I didn't put in enough salt. When your rice water tastes just right, we're gonna cover it and let it come up to a boil. When it's boiling, I like to uncover it and give it a stir so nothing is sticking in the bottom. So I'm letting it boil some more, and what I'm trying to do is for the liquid to reduce by half. And when it has reduced by half, then and only then I will turn down my heat. We have reached the point that I have been waiting. My liquid has reduced to half, and now I'm going to give it a stir and turn down the heat to medium heat. Can you see the difference? I can. Our water has reduced even more, and I'm gonna give it a stir and turn down my heat on low heat. Look at that, I love it. Five minutes have gone by and our rice have been steaming on low heat. Ooh la la, look at that. It's lovely. And if you can see, the spinach is not overpowering the rice. So add your spinach, eat your vegetables. Our rice is finally done. It's finished, it's cooked, it's steamed, it's perfect. And I suggest that you measure your rice. If you don't know how to cook rice, measure your rice. Even the best of cooks measure the rice. So do it as well. 1 cup of rice for 1.5 cups of water. Set the rice aside and let's move on to the showstopper, corned beef. I added 2 tablespoons of oil to my pan, but don't do like me. Make sure your pan is dry because my pan was a little wet and it was popping all over the place. So by then I think the popping had stopped and I decided to add my herbs. A little onion, a little garlic, a little parsley, a little thyme, a little seasoning pepper. And you can add whatever you had, oregano, basil, you name it. Guys, so I had my oil on high heat and I think I lowered it down too late. And I was taking too much of time adding my herbs to the oil and it started to burn. Don't do like me. Don't put it on high heat. Put it on medium heat. Look at that. It was burning. But I catch it. I add a little water. Water saves the day. So I kept adding a little bit of water at a time so my herbs don't burn and so they could get softened. So don't do like me. Put it on medium heat. I kept this part in real time so you can see that you can always save your food. You can save your dish. Don't throw it away. It's savable. So I'm going to add some tomato. The tomato will help me create a sauce. That way I have to add less tomato ketchup. And it's always best to use fresh produce. As I was keeping it moving, I felt the need to add extra herbs, so that's what I did. And as I'm mixing it around, I'm mashing the tomatoes so they can let go all of their juices and turn my sauce a beautiful red. I added some tomato paste to deepen the color of my sauce because I want it to be a bright red. And then I mix it around. Then I added a little water to thin out my sauce. Stirring constantly, and then I turn down my heat on medium-low. Cover and let simmer for 3 minutes. Here I am showing you in what direction to turn in order to open your corned beef because it's easy to mess it up. And I have messed it up in the past, so direction is important when opening a can of corned beef. Et voila, you got it right. Let me know in the comment section if it ever happened to you to mess it up and you had to find a knife or a can opener to try to get the corned beef out of the can. I can't be the only one. Ooh, look at our sauce. Now let's stir it up and then we're gonna add our seasoning. You already know I love my garlic salt. Add in a little bit of Sriracha sauce because spice is nice. Some freshly cracked black pepper. When the taste is perfect, I'm gonna add my corned beef. It's gonna pop right out of the pan, and then you're gonna mash it down and mix it up to the sauce. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. You can add lime or lemon instead. I also added a teaspoon of complete seasoning. Then about a quarter cup of water. I let that simmer for about 3 minutes. I had a bottle of tomato ketchup that was almost over, so I added some water thinking that it had some ketchup left over. But look at the color of that. Look at the color. It don't even have no ketchup in it. So yeah, you could add like a tablespoon of ketchup to yours. Always taste for seasoning and adjust accordingly. Mine was missing a bit of salt, so I added my pink Himalayan salt. You already know. And my favorite, some garlic salt. When the taste is perfect, we're gonna let it simmer for 15 minutes on medium-low heat. After 10 minutes, give it a stir. Let it continue to simmer for 15 extra minutes until the water has evaporated. Let's fry our plantains on high heat. Don't ever turn your back on the plantains, okay? Keep an eye on them, either they burn quickly, and we don't want no burnt plantain over here. As much as you would want to eat this meal quickly, don't overcrowd your pan with the plantains. Take your time, slowly but surely, the end result will be awesome. I like to leave my plantain fry completely on one side before I flip them. I don't like no back and forth. How do you like to fry your plantain? Are you like me, or do you like to flip them over and over and over? Here is the finished product, our beautiful brown fried plantain. Sweet and perfect, just like I like it. Let me know if you like it darker or clearer. These are just perfect for me. Fluff your rice up before serving. It's nice and perfect. And we have some invisible vegetable in there your children will never know. Or your husband if he doesn't like to eat vegetables as well. Do you think? Here is our well seasoned, piping hot corned beef. This is gonna be a great dinner, guys. Don't forget to try this recipe at home. I am assuring you that you're gonna love it, you and your family. Here is our beautiful dinner. Thank you for watching. I hope you try this at home. And as always, see you next time.